Hey guys, SnakeEye66613 here. I'm going to be throwing out 3 videos today, 2 cleaning videos and a feeding video. I'll be giving you advice on good products for cleaning and how to stop yourself getting infections from any of your animal stuff, and how to store your animals while you're doing your cleaning safely and correctly. Hey guys, SnakeEye66613 here. As I said, it's cleaning day. I've got Magnus in a little cleaning box. What you can see around there is a plant. These are medium-sized boxes which you can buy and keep animals in. If I tried to put him in the box on his own with nothing in it, he'd freak out and jump out. But if you put him on a plant, put the plant in there, he'll pretty much just wander through the plant thinking it's a new environment. And you can keep these guys at the side, you can keep these guys wherever, as long as the box is clean and safe, they're fine. I'd always recommend keeping your animals in a good box, or even letting a family member hold them while you're cleaning out, and then just leave them to the side. As I said, I'd be helping you guys with how to store them. You can get these boxes from any good pet place or even online. I think it's like £2 for 4 of them. But they are for a larger animal or a more walkabout animal like a gecko. So this video is going to be focused on cleaning a gecko's cage and how to avoid catching infections and things from the cage of a New Caledonian crested gecko. One question I've been asked is, do I keep live plants or do I keep any live vivariums? And one of the questions the answer to that is yes. With my New Caledonian crested gecko, I keep an aloe vera plant. Good thing about live plants is the animal will probably defecate near it, and when they've defecated, that will go into the soil, and that will keep the animal alive longer. I'd always recommend keeping them in in a pot, because then you can remove it and the roots stay fine. This is perfectly healthy little aloe vera, as you can see, quite a nice little one. Magnus likes to climb on it sometimes. It's not harmful to them, and he doesn't eat the plant, which is quite good. And it just it takes some of the hydromity from my mister, so it's easier to keep the plant alive, and I always give it a good spray in the morning. Another thing I've been asked frequently is, how do I feed my gecko? And my gecko I used to hand feed, but he wasn't doing very well off it. I put bowls at the bottom, but he was never bothered to get the bowls. I got one of these things. This is a polystyrene magnetic ledge. You get 2 magnets with it. You put the magnets on the side, and it sticks to the glass. So it just hangs on the glass. On it you can see there is 2 holes. Sadly you can see where the polystyrene paint is fading, so I might have to touch that up. And you get 2 glasses. In these glasses you put one for mealworms and one for a food substitute, which I have done, which I get from a local pet store. It's just a like jelly style food substitute. Only problem with these is that live food can get underneath the bowl and try and get out, which can be annoying sometimes, but as long as you spot them, it won't be too much of a problem. As long as you keep the right sort of live food, your gecko is not really going to care what's crawling around, so you just have to spot them and get them before they can cause trouble. Hey guys, my desk is starting to look like a jungle. I thought I'd run through some of the things that I put into Magnus's Viv. Got this Exoterra vine, which is manoeuvrable and malleable, so I can move it to how he likes it. I've got this small Exoterra jungle plant. I have this orchid from Exoterra. I think it's an orchid. I've got this tree plant for frogs, which is from Exoterra, but he loves it. And I have 2 of these. None of the items you see here were below 10 quid. They're very good for your animals. They cost a lot and they're hard to clean, but I would always recommend it. And as you can see now what I meant by I'm in the jungle. I will be updating when it's all done, and I might even do a video on my phone if it works, to show you guys what his Viv actually looks like, because I have been asked a few times in messages. Okay guys, it's been a short video for you, but it's taken me about half an hour to do everything that I've just done, and I'm still not completely done with his Viv. Then I got to change over Freya's. A good way to make sure that you don't get infection when you're cleaning, only when you're cleaning, is to buy a pair of black latex gloves. I'd say they're non-nitrate, so they don't make your hands sweat. Put them on, and it will stop you from cutting your finger on anything sharp. It will stop you from getting all the crap to dissolve into your hands. But if you do cut yourself on anything sharp, but doing it barehanded, you can get an infection from if the animal's defecated on the floor, and the animal can get an infection from your blood if you have something wrong with you, or you have any disease or anything like that. Not that you are dirty people by any means. I always clean with 2 things. This is Protec. It is the ultimate cleaner. It is a very expensive cleaner. It's about 10-11 quid per bottle. This has lasted me for about 6 months. It's a very good cleaner. Kills everything. Very safe to use around animals. Only problem with me is it is very hard to breathe when you're using it. I've actually had to use respirators once or twice to try and get the particles out of my throat. It's made me pass out before once or twice. It is really strong, but really worth using it. Apart from that, as I say, just something like that to clean the floor with. Make sure you change it about. Always use a bit of water, don't always use this. Use your misting bottle if you want to spray. Hardest thing with misting bottles is, well, the best thing to use them for is Exoterra windows never stay as clean as they are the day that you get them, but they do stay very clean for something that an animal's walking along and defecating all over. It's hard to clean, but it's worth it in the end. At the moment, I have everything but him in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop him in there. I'm going to fill up his water bowl and make sure that he's okay, like I'm doing now. See if he's still on. Right, that's the thing that I had to clean before. That's his other plant. It's a bit on there now. He's happily sitting in his box, wondering where he is. I think there's a bit of a shake-up getting him this morning. Ow. These things can fall down, so you've got to make sure. As you can see, he's a happy little gecko, and because I wore the gloves, washing your hands doesn't need to be so certain to make sure that they don't get infected. I mean, he's quite happy, a bit shaken up because he got moved today. But I'm going to put him in his viv now. I'm going to let him explore for a bit, and then I'm going to fill up his water, and I'll do a video on my phone to make sure that you guys can see how he's getting on. I'll also show you his viv. I'll give you a little tour of his viv and some of the stuff that I used to keep it nice, and you'll see how much work I've put into it. Thanks guys, I'll be back hopefully on my phone. Hey guys, so I'll be back on my phone. As you can see, it's not the best phone in the world, but this is Magnus's full viv. It's an Exoterra Congo kit. It says that it contains loads of things. It only contained the viv, the light, which is on top here, which is a 2-light holding canopy, and the background, which you probably can't see very well because it's blocked, but it's a different background from the rest of them. I'll go around why I chose the viv. It's a perfect sized viv for the animal to live in, for multiple animals to live in, and the lock, it's very simple to open, very simple to close, which is pretty normal. I have a Zoomed Reptifogger here. I fill that up to the top, we pump the water down. As long as there's no build up of water in the pipe, which can happen, it goes through the screen top with a that's a storage container unit with a hole cut on top of it. I've seen people cutting the top, like cutting holes in the top of the canopy. Horrible idea, don't do it if you've already done it. Never mind, just get one of these things to put on top of it and you won't have to damage your viv. Tube runs to the top, and as you can see, it's pumping in quite a large layer of mist. Now I've already misted him today. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to open up the doors, which is quite simple. As you can see, it is a very, very, very worked on viv. I've even put stones and old leaves on the floor to make it look like sterile, of course, to make it look like a more foresty environment. As I said, the ledge for him to climb on, that's what he eats and drinks. As you can see, you got his water bowl. Even though they usually just drink from the side. I do use bark chips because I've always just found them better. I had him in a live viv, but it never worked because it just didn't, I don't think. Hydrometer and thermometer there. Simple, the light at the top. But as you can see, I mean, it's quite a largely built good viv. I'm going to be installing a waterfall soon. I'll do another video when I've done that for you guys, because now I've got my better phone. It's not the best, but it's good. And as you can see, Magnus is sitting there quite happily, breathing away. But yeah, that's Magnus's viv, and I know a few of you guys have been wanting to see it. This is the desk. I've moved 2 vivs from there. That's the desk that I work on, as you can see. That's pretty much what I'm going to say for his viv, but if anyone wants requests to see or how to do anything in the viv, just let me know, because it's quite a good detailed viv, quite good water. I mean, I keep a lot of supplies, you know. That's probably it for the viv. I'll quickly show you the equipment, all the equipment I have to clean the viv. Back in 2. Just thought I'd flash past this, guys. This is all the stuff I have for a day-to-day basis on keeping his vivarium clean, keeping him well watered, and keeping his hydrometry up. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff there, and that's just day-to-day life, and I have to replace that quite a lot, which is where most of my money goes into it, which is why usually I lose quite a lot of money every time I get an animal, but I'm always getting new animals because it's a passion of life, is what I say. Yeah, anyway guys, it's been the video. I'll flash you the viv once more. It's been Snake Eye 66613. Thanks and bye.